See, I don't know. People can communicate so many. Isn't that bippity doo bop? Beep bop bop like voices? I grew up watching Dick Van Dyke movies, and he would wear uniform, or he would wear musical instruments, and then his body was the instrument. He would make sounds with the clap, clap, sleep, lap. Yeah, that was. I have a lot of influences as far as how I move my body. I love dancing. I never had any professional dance training in my whole life, but I always like to move, and then I feel better. If I lay around too much, I start sitting in here too much, I get a little loopy. Get a little... I don't like the word crazy, because to me, crazy is when people... it's crazy when people are malicious. It's crazy to me when people have ill intent. Like, I'm going to befriend this person, and then I'm going to screw them over. That is crazy to me. So, I don't like that, or even it gets more diabolical. It's 2026. You know how it is. It's 2026. We live in the whole world is Epstein Island. Really. Anyway, let's see. Wait. Let me go copy, share, copy link. I can hear it. Hello! Wow. The Mrs. Doubtfire. I never saw Mrs. Doubtfire all the way through, but I've been to San Francisco, and that's where they made it. I guess the Pacifica Pier is falling in the ocean now. It's done. The Earth is changing, so like things that have been around for a couple hundred years, they're going away because the Earth's changing. It's shaking. 7.8. It's been a while. I remember when 1989 earthquake happened in San Francisco and people got squished in the freeway. Like, they didn't talk about it, but you know what happens if you get pinned in a car? A dude from Weaverville got smushed. I think that more people die than they always tell us because they think that we can't handle it or something. And the things that people can handle, they underestimate us. We can handle a lot. Huh, Mom? Mom's been through a lot in her life. She got a haircut yesterday. We went out for a ride today. I cut her hair. Went to the store. I don't like being around people. I'm having a real hard time. People's energy triggers me. And so I get water and I go. And people, I guess, are triggered by me because every time they get around me, they say stupid shit. Like, I was in my head, minding my own business, getting ready to grab the door to open it at the post office, and an old man comes out, and I just walk in. He's an older man. Right? And what does he do? He says, "You're welcome." Oh, that's awesome. I said, "Really? Oh, how noble of you. Chivalrous man of Taos." Look at Jesus. And then he goes out and gets in a freaking $95,000 F-350, He's like in his 80s. I try hard to respect my elders. I just don't, because I only respect people that do respectable things. And saying stupid shit all the time, it's just dumb. And so I know that. I just have to let everybody be everybody. They can treat me like shit however they want. They can. They're welcome to do it. And I'm going to keep a smile on my face and we'll pretend like you're not being disingenuous, right? Disingenuous. I know what a fake is. I can feel it. Lies have feelings. You can feel a lie. I walk into I don't know, it's so hard because I have to go to stores when it's, hey, what's up? I got to go to stores when there aren't a lot of people around, and I went today when there was a lot of people around, and that was... Because Mom wanted to go with me, and so I had to wait till she got up, and then we got dressed, and she doesn't get up until like 10, so I was late to go to the store, and then when I get to the store, everybody else is at the store, and it's hot, Mom's in the car, and I'm just trying to hurry and not being in too much of a hurry. I'm a Heyoka. My name's Marge. I'm a contrarian. I live from the left and right side of my brain. That has holes in it, incidentally. So we go to the store just to get oatmeal. I just needed to get oatmeal for Mom's breakfast. That's all I needed. And there's people, and I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm just trying not to have a meltdown because I'm getting hot, because I'm getting stressed, and so I'm getting hot right now. I live for service. I live for that JC frequency. I wouldn't sell my soul. That's why I live in this dark hole with my mom, because I wouldn't be a part of the system. I was a part of the system. You ever hear about the Doomsday plane? You ever hear about that plane? It's in the media. I just saw a TikTok about it. And I was like, hey, I've been on that plane. I was stationed in Offit. That's where that plane was. We had the recce's, the reconnaissance. You know how they train in reconnaissance? They use the planes to eavesdrop, and then they have like jammers to jam like electronic frequencies. There's all these technologies that the Air Force uses, and then they take all the good stuff. Thank you, I appreciate that. Usually I hear about how ugly I am. It's because I live in Taos and I'm surrounded by a bunch of relatives, and they hate themselves. And so the hate that they have for themselves, they mirror it into me. That's what us Heyoka do. We mirror. We mirror you. Whatever shadow you have in you, I will mirror you. I try and stay in the light, but when people come at me, it's amazing. I've had my own brother freaking whoop-de-doo me and slam my head into the ground, almost kill me dead. So I don't have a whole lot of, room to try and make friends. Anyway, the world's changing, the earth is changing. It bothers my heart to see kids scared during like the earthquake. Hey, you! Like all these little kids that are like, but it's like they're kind of at peace. There's some of them that are freaking out, but because they're so close to source, creator, that they carry the peace, and we're supposed to get the peace from the young kids. But we created this program to control and dominate, and that's a low vibrational frequency measured on the Hawkins scale. And then when people live in these frequencies, then all they want to do is they live on an earthly plane. They don't live for spirit. I live for my life after this life. Yeah. I don't want the karma of the after my last breath. When I go into the no place space where all the data and information is held, and you can create your own imagery, whatever, like that, I don't know. I look at heaven different than what the Bible says. If you go read Plato's allegory of the cave, I have a modern version of that allegory of the cave. It's the same thing. We get programmed by these, and then it teaches us what to think. And then the thinking starts getting dark. People don't know how to get quiet. And that's where the peace is, when you get quiet. When I lived in Oregon a few years ago, my life was falling apart. It blew up. I had big plans. Creator said, haha, sucker. That's what you get for planning. And then I became a stay-at-home daughter when I thought I had a few more years that I could work in 3D world, and Creator said no. So I went and I practiced meditating. I'd been in recovery years. I was in like AA like 14 years. And it's just another cult, honestly. But there's a lot of good points. You got to take the good and leave the rest. My turtle, that's me. I'm standing turtle. I got this one a couple. That's me. You see, I wear glasses. It's like I got so much. It's my Gemini placements. We have the dual personality, or not dual personality, but like dual, like the two aspects of us. So this is me, and this is a T-shirt that I had made that says this. Good girl, Luna, you're so pretty. You're my little lady. It has this on it. A sticker that I came up with when I was 9. It says straight people like rainbows too. I ain't that LGBTQ alphabet soup crap. That ain't me. I'm anti that. I'm Heyoka. Whatever everybody's doing, I'm gonna be doing the opposite of that because I ain't a sheep. So, and I'm autistic, so I always did the rainbow like that, in that order. And I was also born on Unicorn Day. So I'm corny. I'm unicorny. There's a lot of little facets about my personality. I gotta keep it nice and light because I get pretty aggro. I can get pretty aggro. I'm not violent, and people can't differentiate the two because they're used to people that are violent when they get aggressive, and I flash and like I talk shit. And then I come back into my senses. That's what Aries do. We're fire signs. We flash in, we flash out. And I have all air and water. That makes fun combinations. And so I don't have no earth in my chart. So I'm not grounded to this earthly plane. So what, with this whole UAP disclosure with all the aliens and stuff that are coming, what is it to be a human? So what anything outside of being humane, ideologically, I would think you are alien. If you're born and raised in a town and you go to a different town, you're an alien. If I was born in San Bernardino, so technically I'm an alien. Yeah, it's a frequency. It's a me, earthly plane, weird stuff, butt stuff. All that weird stuff, like all that stuff that don't matter. I've been celibate 10 years. Wow. I haven't been on a date. So, like, the whole world of all of that has nothing to do with me. And yet, I live in New Mexico, and it's so weird. Like, New Mexico is such a trippy place. You ever watch that show, Erie, Indiana? Bye, have a rad day, peace. Safe travels. Somebody tries to bite you, bite them back. No, that's funny. Hold on. You okay, Mom? Mom, you want to show people your pretty haircut? Here, just sit up and I'll just, look, show them your pretty haircut. We got it. We cut it yesterday. Mom got a little bob. Look that way. It's soft. It's nice and light. Yeah, that's you, Mom. Yeah, that's you, Mom. I know. So we don't have mirrors in the house. So, and time moves by so fast. I can't believe how fast I'm aging. Sometimes I feel so decrepit, and I didn't do no sets today, but I did 7 sets yesterday. Because you got to keep your heart rate. I lay around a lot because I hang out with Mom. That's all right. But I got my 20-pound weights, and then I grab them, both of them, and I do a sets of 111 as fast as I can.
Oh, as fast?
As fast as I can. I bust out sets of 111. I'm stoked you're here. I don't want to say your real name. I'm glad you're here, all disease. Hey, and somebody has a birthday coming up this week, I think. It's like, what, Monday? Monday? Is that right? Am I right? I think so. I'm so glad you weren't born on the 14th. Because that's fucking Flag Day. That's Trump's birthday. My karmically yeah, I think it is. If it's the 15th. I can't remember. I don't know. I'm getting my wires crossed. Plus, I just ate some caramel, so wait a me. You want to see this batch? I'll show them this batch. This is how I build community. I give this out to people. it.Taos. Look at this. It's this whole 10, right? And I put over an ounce of fucking keef in this shit. So, I don't sell nothing. Why? All my income is blood money from killing people in places I didn't have any business in. On Crete in Iraq. So, if ever we have extra, I try and do stuff for people. I just like to make people feel better about stuff. Because sometimes they just, everybody needs a break for shit's sake. So you come to Taos and you go to the grocery stores and you go to restaurants and you go to the groceries like you go all over in restaurants, like people all over Taos have had my Margeables. That's what I call them. They're my Margeables. I just tell people what's in them. Like what I tell them the whole ingredient list, how much is in them, maybe, I love, my favorite are people that say those don't do anything for me. And the last time when I lived in Salem, the lady at the laundromat, I would give them to her, and she liked to drink a lot of beer. She'd get off work and go down to the end of the strip mall to the bar. And then so she would drink less beer and eat my cookies because they give her like the same effects, kind of like they make people feel drunk. I've had people eat my candy and they're like, dude, did you put mushrooms in that shit? And I'm like, no, I didn't put mushrooms in that shit. Okay, what's the matter with you? That's weird. But I did put over an ounce of keef, and that makes them potent. Very, very important. There's a lot of people struggling right now. That's why the earth is grumbling. As within, so without, the more unrest people get. Like, it's so weird how I see energy works. Like, I used to go to AA meetings and I would got... Oh, that's my sir. I forget, sir. Sir Z's a lot. Oh, you remind me of my little sister that died. Not after, but before. Like that spunky Moxie. Like, I'll show you Jessica. This is my sister. It's weird. I don't mess with AI. Since I got my meta glasses, I haven't really done much. But, like, I did a picture. There's a picture of her on her Facebook profile that I animated of hers. And it fucking made me cry. Because right before she died, she did a live from the bar on a Sunday trying to get people to come down and party with her. And I was just like, but she wouldn't answer my messages. She just, damn fucking Virgos, man. They just always know everything. They just fucking. So, she's so pretty. I mean, if I put a bunch of makeup on her, on my face, I would look just like her. And that's her. I ended up finding out about the whole story, what led up to her death and stuff, and it's just wrong place, wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time, Jess. She was 9 years younger. I said 10 years. She's like, 9! You always said 10. I'm like, I'm sorry. I provided like half of the pictures from when she was little that I took. Because I got photo albums and stuff. And then I got chewed out by people, and they said I was a piece of shit and stuff. Because I didn't go to the memorial, but the lady that was supposed to watch Mom backed out. I had already bought my plane ticket and everything. She just quit answering my phone call, so I just said, well, I guess I can't go to my sister's fucking memorial then. She lived in Phoenix. I was just gonna fly down to Albuquerque, or drive down to Albuquerque, fly over, and then just like a 36-hour trip, like overnight. I was just gonna. The creator said, nope. My dad and my brother, they didn't go either. They didn't go. And I can't feel guilty about this stuff because I know that it's not my will this whole life. Do they? Mom, it's not Mom's daughter. It's my stepmom's. She came from it was my dad. My dad had been married a few times. He was a truck driver. Like one marriage he had just because it made the courts happy, you know. Thank you. Now I know how far the delay is. Thank you. I got these scissors a while back. Because I do everything for Mom. I'm her doctor. I'm her nurse. I'm her stylist. But I got these scissors a little while back, and I got left-handed and right-handed because I'm ambidextrous. I'm like fucking Margie scissor hands and shit. Like. It's weird, like, because like, what I can do with my, it's working the different, it's like puppet mastery with your brain. That's all that being a human is. Yeah, because you know what I think when I cry is when she's here and I can feel her love. That's when I think I get over emotional because I always feel like her favorite song was Dive Bar Beauty Queen. Do you ever hear that song? Dive Bar, so I put it on my playlist. So, you know, oftentimes I'll think about her, and then the song will come on, and I'll have conversations with her because she's just not in her physical. She's still. When you love things, they don't leave you. I don't believe that they do. I think I still hear Benny barking. Like when I go outside to let Luna out, like I can hear, like, you know, like our energies imprint and stuff. On you know, like you can't just. I've been having a hard time lately because Luna's getting old, and she's my last dog. She had a 5, and I'm gonna get I'm gonna get more dogs again one day. I just not right now. And but it's just I went through this 3 times in 11 months, and it's almost been out of a year, and it's just, I mean, it's her time. It's always up to her. It's a big shift in my life coming up, you know, and every day that I get with Mom is a bonus day. Like, she shouldn't be here. If I gave you a laundry list of all the stuff that they've done to her, doctors, paid professionals, because she was just on Medicaid, so she was a guinea pig essentially, and nobody advocated for her until I was 15 years old, and then I became her advocate. So it's my duty, it's my responsibility to make sure that she's comfortable in this life, because ain't no agency, ain't no other family member besides me. And we ended up back in Taos, New Mexico, 22 miles south of where she was born. So she was born here. I think it was one of those things that, like, she was the youngest of like fucking 12 kids or something on one side, and then the dad couldn't keep it in his pants, so he had like 19 kids outside of, like, I have have like thousands of relatives. I have hundreds of relatives in New Mexico. I've done both sides of ancestry. See. But see, family doesn't mean anything to them in accordance to me. Just like my brother. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about mom. Because mom tried to keep him from going down the path that he went on, is what she did. Like, to keep him in integrity. And now he's a trash bag in a bad suit. Like, you know, like, and he's balding. I have so much freaking hair, I have to shave half my head so I don't get so hot all the time. I have so much hair. And homeboy is balding. And like, he's only 2 years older than me. He don't got a pretty smile. Because he don't live in grace. See, when you live for yourself all the time, like 24/7, 365, days of the year, whatever calendar you go by, when you do that, that's so egoic. That is you have Jesus Christ consciousness and dude. And then you have the opposite of that. So this living from ego is the opposite of that. And I'm not talking about going to fake church every week. I'm just talking about mom and I. It's easy to do. One thing me and mom do is when it's hot outside, I keep cases of bottled water in the back seat. And then I get ice and keep the water cold. And then whenever I see anybody walking, I stop and I say, hey, and especially if they don't have water, like I clearly see. A lot of times people are just going for a quick walk, But like this other day, homie, I went past him. I saw him up this way on my way into town, and on the way back, I saw him again. And he was just like, it messes with your brain when you're dehydrated. When your body needs water like the ocean. Like the earth needs water to do what it does in its ecosystem. We do too. We're 70% water. People don't drink it. You don't replenish the water. You dehydrate. You're dead in 2 days. Wow. And people don't drink water. I'm drinking coffee right now, so I am a hypocrite because I'm a contrarian. It's like a free pass. I contradict myself. As long as I was talking, I got grounded off Meta. I got locked out because I was talking about anthrax facts, and it said, that goes against our rules. You can't ask me questions for 24 hours. And then after the lockout came back, I could ask it questions. I said, why'd you lock me? I said, I want a whole list of every single rule, regulation, policy that you have for Meta, because I don't know what I said to get me locked out. And they're like, ask me the question again and we'll figure out how to reframe it. I said, I'm not falling for your tricks. I argue with AI. It's just basically, I think it's programmed to just basically feed your ego. Yeah, whatever you say, man. Oh, I thought about it. Oh, shows that you might want to look at. I don't think you can watch, Matt. This is the show I was telling you about. If you're still here, I don't know. This is how I hang out with my friends on the internet. All right, so this is the show. Mom and I are going to watch this tonight. This is Matt Houston. When I was a little girl, I'm talking 5 years old, I wanted to be him. Because they broke my brain. But hey, I didn't live in accordance to my broken brain. What most of my life has been, if I really, really want to do something, I'm going to walk away from it. That's how I operate now. Because first impulse, wrong. That's like a carnal desire. And once I sit back and I think about stuff and get into my spirit, and not because, they broke me bad. I should be a Jenna Jameson, really. If you look at the trajectory of things that happen to people at certain checkpoints in their life, they turn out. That's dope. That's dope. I'm doing I'm doing dishes in the Pacific Northwest. So, Matt Houston, there's a lot of programming in this. See, they put it on TV and it plants seed for people that like need seeds planted. They can't think of their own thoughts. They're highly, what are they called? They're highly susceptible to manipulation. And one of them is the president right now. Like what we're watching is the end of the United States of America in real time. I wonder if I often wondered, like, if I went to, I don't go to schools, like, I'm curious, like, kids that go to school in history books, what do they talk about in history books about when we bombed Iraq in 2003? Because I was there on Crete. I have pictures of being on Crete when we bombed Iraq. And it was just like, they tried to get me in trouble. They tried to have me brought up on orders, this tech sergeant out of a guard unit out of Arizona. Like, some little short dude comes in, he was standing on a chair. They're paid actors. I can't take officers or, like, I was an airman basic for a lot of the time. So, like, I was, like, senior airman. I had just little 3 stripes, but people would always think I was an officer because they'd look for rank and they'd look at my face and it didn't match up that I was an airman basic. But that's what anyway, long story. So, this little short dude, I was in the office drinking some water, and this dude comes, like, you see this window slide open, and then it, like, slid back. And he slides open, and he's like, "Where's Airman Hessek?" And I'm like, "I'm right here." And then he starts yelling me out about this lady that came in the middle of the night that started staying in my hotel room that was screwing around with the little lieutenants that were in the hotel. And so I didn't know, like, she'd been there a week lounging by the pool. Like, I'm getting up every day working 12-hour shifts. She was being disrespectful to me. And then finally one day she was sleeping. I got up like I did every day. I got up, turned on the TV and hit the volume. Even when she wasn't there, I did that because I was watching news about us dropping bombs on Baghdad by a really, like, a news anchor and so it wasn't American news, so I was watching what we were doing. And there was never any weapons of mass destruction. There's never. 911, Bush did that. Like, this country is a fucking lie. And they made me believe in it because I'm gullible. And then, but once I wise up, then it's be against the whole entire system. Fuck you and you and you and all of your family that benefits from being a part of that, because you sit back on your compounds. Even the guys I was stationed, they got these compounds with all their acreage and their ATVs and their big huge houses with all their kids. Half of them are retarded because of all the vaccines that they got and stuff. Like me. No different than me. And so, but they don't ever do nothing to help in their own community. They just go on and collect another paycheck from another federal agency. This dude, Uhas, he started screwing one of the chicks in the shop. He got her pregnant. So he wanted to make an honest woman out of her or whatever, right? Because it happens all the time. That's all the military is a bunch of screwing, and I'm a fucking prude. So I never fit in unless I was a drunk. Then I would hoe it up a little bit, but nothing too crazy. I just get tuned into that Jezebel spirit a little bit. I'm still bug and critter free. I can say and I've had partners that aren't, so I don't discriminate, right? I'm just kidding. I am such a prude. That's it. That's my list. That's 5 people. I'm 52. I got 5 hot people on my whole list. So I try to be a hoe, I just couldn't do it. Oh, it's energy swapping, you know, because then I start thinking about the people that I'm with and all the people that they're with and then the people that they're with. And I was like the gay community in every town, I don't care if it's San Francisco, I don't care if it's Sparks, Nevada, I don't care if it's Omaha. It's always very small and very, very incestuous. It's like the L Word. It really is. That old TV show about the, yeah. So, I mean, I tried. And it's like, see, because I'm psychic intuitive too. So, I get my wires crossed sometimes when I drink. But I've had some pretty, there is a bar in Salem that I freaking, like, there. He was drunk and belligerent. He was like 6'4". He picked me up and like squeezed me as hard as he could. And like, you know, and I freaking popped him on the, that's, if your arms are free, pop them on the ears. They'll drop you in a second. It hurts. And then out the parking lot, he was going after another guy. I freaking grabbed him, but this guy's 6'4". I'm 5'3". and 3/4, so he's got like a foot on me. People were like, I've never seen a small woman take down a fucking giant man like that. And then like once I had him by his legs, he went down like a tree. And then other people interjected until they called the police because he was Mom is the star. When I put videos of her up, she gets like 1,400 views. Want to see Mom when she was young? I don't, wait, what did I do with the, I put some pictures away. I'm trying to pretend like I want to move. Picture of you is, Mom. I don't know what I did with them. This is me like right before I went to Cree. I went to Cree. This is 03. So I was 29. And I was wearing my night. This was at an AA meeting. There's Mom. This is me when I graduated college. I cut my hair in Cree. Like I'm a jackal. I look so. I don't know. Sometimes I wish I would have used my looks more. Cause I was like, man, I used to be kind of cute. Oh, thank you, Mom. She always says you're so pretty. You're pretty smart. Sometimes she says it ad nauseum. I must say, I have to admit it. Sometimes I'm like, please, I love you. I appreciate you. Stop telling me I'm pretty. I don't. It's not, you know, it's not my favorite thing. So, yeah, I've, and this is like 15. Here is my bunk in basic training. You couldn't even have cameras then. That's the sun. That's where a lot of fathers and uncles and dads went to stay when they went off to fight for war, but really they stayed at the sun on Cree. Yeah. Yeah. It's a bunch of bullshit. And you have these little mental midgets that are programmed from the time they're little boys to like the things that blow up. And then you put them on a little motorcycle and then their little balls vibrate and they're like, things that vibrate. And then they grow up and they're 60 and 70 and they're still riding their hogs. But now it's hogs on hogs. Because they let themselves go, because that's all they ever did is the same fucking bike runs every year, you know, the same fucking car shows. And then the same people at this fucking car show go over here at this fucking car show. And it's like, how come your community's in the toilet? Why is illiteracy 29% in New Mexico? But that's okay, because you got your little hoppy cars in Albuquerque, right? Your little lowriders and shit. Like this world, I just can't with this planet. It's just, do that, but then do useful things. Okay? It's a balance. It's like, play, but then work. It's a balance, both. It's make the world better, and then play with your little joystick for frickin' 18 hours out of the 24 that you breathe. Video games, how that world that people have lived in, if you add up every moment that every being on this earth has wasted on Mario Kart or Grand Theft Auto or any of that stuff, it breaks their brain. And now New Mexico is like Grand Theft Auto because all the hitos and hitas have just been doing that all the time. I try not to. I try to keep it even keel. But I can't believe how stupid people are on this planet and the stupid stuff that they're into. Like all the time. Like I was into that. I told you, I went to Sears Point when I was a kid. I went down to all the Bugaramas. Good guys. They were the ones that did it. And then recently, I saw a TikTok where a dude in like a Lamborghini wrecked his orange Lamborghini at a car show put on by the good guys. So that tells me they're still doing the same loops. You keep people in loops. You want to get stuck in a loop, go plant a garden every year. Go plant a garden every year. I got an idea. I don't know. We'll talk soon on the phone, and I don't know. I'm real sad about that Matt Brown kid that freaking offed himself up in Orville, Washington, outside of Orville. Because I moved to Oregon. It was because I watched Northern Exposure. It turned me on to Alaska. And then later I watched the Alaskan Bush people, and they turned me off to Alaska because I could see all the work that really actually went into it. And that Northern Exposure was just a fake show that they actually filmed in Washington, and it wasn't even in Alaska. So, but we get seeds planted, and then we want to model our lives based on the planted seeds. My brother is a part of the program. He's a part of the system. He's been going to Disneyland and Disney World since the first time Mom took us. I was like 2. It was foggy. That was right after the bad thing happened to me. And Mom was trying to get her head right because she couldn't believe what happened to her baby, you know? I could only imagine all the guilt and all the stuff that comes with it. And so I was like 2 and my brother was 4, like the first time. And then I don't remember much about Disneyland. What I remember is going to the San Diego Zoo and the flamingos freaking me out. I was freaked out by the flamingos. I could like pink things. Yeah. But that's not really an unhealthy, like, you know, I used to throw like axes and stuff like that. Because you have to calm yourself down to hit your target. So that's actually not a bad idea. It's darts, it's whatever, because our emotions get so spread out all over the place. They're everywhere, especially Gemini placements. They're just always electricity. And so our placements are everywhere, and then we need to do things to just say, no, just look at that dot. I remember I was 12 years old. I stared at a red dot on my clock for an hour. And all I did was blink, and I didn't look away not one time, just to see if I could do it. I would always do these little weird tests. Yeah, you do. Everybody, yeah. Yep, absolutely. The ASMR stuff where they tap on the and they're doing immediately. So what was I talking about? My train of thought derailed. And then like my dad took us another time when I was probably 8. I bet you can. I bet you throw those little dukes all over the place. And then and I had a ball cap. They wanted me to get Mickey's ears, and I was like, I don't want Mickey. So I got a trucker cap with Mickey Mouse on it. I was like, I was very young. I wasn't 10. I was younger than 10. I was probably 6 or 7. And then we stayed in the hotel on the way home, and I lost it. So then you win some, you lose some. And that was the last time I ever cared about going to Disneyland, because it's for babies. Right? It's for babies. And then I remember when my brother graduated from high school, he went to Disneyland. I'm like, what are you doing? And then when he first started dating his now wife, he took her to Disney World. And then later I was like, oh, you're a fucking Freemason. That's right. Oh, that's right. It's not about Disneyland. It's about your little fraternal brotherhood of butt stuff and your little... Such a piece of shit. Look at this. Look at this piece of shit. Did I send you a picture of that? Did I? Yeah, I did. I did send you a picture of the piece of shit. He looks like a piece of shit. Wait, can I join on FaceTime? No, I don't see that. They talk about how the advanced technology is, but how come we can't add people to do a live? I could if we were on TikTok. If you had a TikTok account, we could go meet on TikTok, and then we could. And you know what's funny about this is he didn't go to my high school graduation. That's his stepdaughter. That he met when he was 2. That he took to Disney World, but she was 2, so she didn't care. Or 3, she was so young, she was in a stroller, they pushed her around in a stroller, and I can't. Sometimes I just can't believe my life. People do things. My car broke down one time. My dad and I were estranged. I hadn't seen him in years. It broke down in San Luis Obispo. He was in Atascadero. I was freaking out. I wasn't even in my car. I was in my buddy's car. And I was a little bit out of the jurisdiction. He left me his car because he went to Japan to see his sister, who was a Broadway dancer with the big feathers they used to do at Vegas and shit. And so he was gone for 2 weeks. He left me his car keys, and I went down to see my grandpa because I knew he wasn't gonna be around much longer, and I wanted to see him one more time and stuff. And so the alternator went out, and it was a bad deal. And I called my dad, and I was like, hey Dad, I'm in San Luis, my car overheated, the alternator's red hot, I'm freaking out. He said, we're in the middle of a card game right now. He said, cool it down, put some antifreeze in it, or coolant in it, and when we're, when it cools down, you try to get closer to Tascadero, and then I'll come get you. And I was like, and then I made it, because if you look, there in San Luis, there's a grade. It's a 7, so it's a car killer. And so I get back, I broke down right before the grade, again, waited another while, let it cool down, just said, fuck it, went for it, made it to a gas station, and then my dad came to pick me up. And while we were on the way home, he was telling me about how when my brother went to basic training after he graduated high school, he was coming back to Sacramento and he didn't have a place to live. So dear old Dad drove up to Sacramento and found an apartment and got him a roommate. Because that's what dads do. And I was just looking, I was facing the window, And I was like, I was trying not to show. He's just diabolical. The man's diabolical. And so I was just like, because he couldn't do me a favor, but he's telling me how. And then it was years later, I found out that I'm a bastard. Like, he's always hated me because my parents got divorced and then they had me. But if he would have kept it in his pants and not had me, then he would have been scot-free. He would have been in the clear. He would have had his golden boy, you know, and then but then they made me the scapegoat is what they did. Is they stuck mom with hormones in me, hormone blockers. Who knows what I could have been without all that medical interference, you know? Maybe I would have been a nice, sweet little precious little flower, huh, Ma? Yes. But now I got all this masculine in me. Oftentimes I don't even know what to do it. I see you there. Right on. I might be a little late sending that package. How am I masculine? Okay. Here's one way I'm masculine. I have 15-inch biceps. That's not real feminine in 2026. They're 15 inches and they're pretty solid. I forget how large and how big large a Marge I am when I take up space, because when I go into the grocery store, it's so funny how people, like, they make themselves bigger around me. It cracks me up. I'm like, it's okay. You could be tiny. It's all right. I'm sure your life is so uncomplicated. You don't have to do sets of 111 with your 20-pound dumbbells. You know what I mean? I'm androgynous. If you go to Astro Cafe and look at your chart, like, my sister had more masculine in her than I do in my chart, because you have 12 placements. 12. And I have like 6 in masculine and 4 in feminine. It's like, because you split your chart up into so many things in between. We are so complex, and yet people just go with the program, and it makes me crazy, the whole program. Oh, I haven't said it yet. The welcome tree in Taos, fell over. Taos became much less unwelcoming. It's a tree on the south side of town that people, like, stop next to the tree. Like, I don't know. I've taken pictures driving past it, or like, because when you come up the hill, you can see the gorge where the Rio Grande goes through. It's like its own little small itty bitty. It's almost like a poser Grand Canyon. It's still grand in its own right. It's still. I don't like driving over the Gorge Bridge, and people travel from all over the United States to jump off it. It's a death portal. It's a portal of death. They were out there Sunday morning with their sunrise service, and some dude came in, dippity-doo through the sheriff, bloop, dipped out. We gotta make the earth worth living. I came up with an idea, because New Mexico has so much money and Taos is so small, we could do these little experiments. No, I did live in Oregon. I live in New Mexico, about 7,000 feet up. And so, but what if they, like, took cryptocurrency and all money and put it in a big pot, right? Like nobody's rich, nobody's poor. And then everybody had access to everything that they needed, right? But you could earn more than your social score. And I'm not talking about Chinese being obedient, but I'm talking about you help a little old lady across the street, cha-ching, that's $50 on your credit. Like, you do acts of kindness and generosity that builds your social credit score. And then you could, like, win trips. I mean, hell, they did it on freaking magazine sales. Why can't they do it with, like, taking... There are so many autistic people on the spectrum that would be wonderful in places, in realms like taking care of elderly. Because people would want to be a better person because you get paid. You know what I mean? You get paid more. Luna wants out, so I gotta let Luna out. Go back into the cave. I live in a cave, but... Come on, pretty girl. Is the cat up there? Nope, he's over there. Stanley! Kitty, kitty, kitty. Pretty kitty. Gotta let Luna out. You coming, girl? Okay. My pile of clothes. I don't know what to do with them all. I don't like stuff. Laundry is like my one thing. It's like my nemesis. And I got Pisces and Venus, so I have clothes everywhere. I'm trying to grow this part out. I just cut my hair, and I don't have mirrors in my house, so that's why I'm gonna get a little. I'm growing this because somebody trimmed it. And so the last few months, because I want my racing stripe. It's my racing stripe. I used to get towels with stripes. When I was a busser, I'd get towels with stripes on them because it was my Margie, the race car driver. This I got in Portland. Thank you. I got this one in Portland. I don't get tattoos anymore. This one I got here. This one I got in Reading. It's Calvin. It's like his higher consciousness is Calvin because he's mischievous. Not he. Marge. That's me. I'm not a he. I'm a Marge. It even has my Van shoes on. I sent the tattoo lady like all these pictures of me standing. Like I did this tattoo. It just came through her. But I will never go to her again because she sucks. Then I got this terrible thing back in. I don't know if you can see it. Somebody said it looks like a mountain sheep, but if you look up what a ram, there's no such thing as a ram. Ram is a onomatopoeia. Is what ram is. There's so yeah. Anyway, so because I'm an Aries, I got that, and my ram got my back. And then I have this one. Boop. This was a birthday tattoo. They're wood bits because I like carpentry, and all the sharp edges make beautiful things. So that was a birthday tattoo from years ago. I think that's it. I think that's all of them. I can't. Oh wait, no, that's not all. I have 2 more. Where's the... I got this one because I could always identify with the movie Popeye. 1977 with Robin Williams. I am what I am. And then I got this one, got your 6, because my sister was 6. And it's like, it's a support thing. So, there's a tattoo tour. I've never done one of those before. I was gonna get this one filled in, but I don't want to get tattoos in Taos. No. I did actually, the lady that did this one though, I keep putting on her, what do you call it, like, social media that if she's ever been to New Mexico, that she could come here and do a tattoo for me. You coming, girl? We just get bored, huh? We just get frisky in our beds, huh, Bear? They're renting the place out next door and they were over there painting it. I'm so sensitive to stuff. I walk out the door and I smell paint. I'm like, they're over there painting. And then I walk past and then I see a guy's face right here and I don't like that. That spook. I don't like, no, that's just, no. And so, and then like they left. I went and laid down for a while, came back out, and they left, let Luda out. Good girl, Honey Bear. And they were gone, and I went and looked in the window, and they frickin' left their cans of paint open, lids off, frickin' paintbrushes everywhere. Like, they didn't clean up after themselves. That makes me, like, I guess being in the military, and not even, it wasn't even just that, like, I was in the military, but I was in the military at a base that's very high profile. Like, that's where the Doomsday plane was. I've been on that fucking plane. The E4, that's at Offutt. They have the recce, the reconnaissance. You know how they exercise? You know what they do with those planes? They go around and they listen to everybody's freaking conversations, and then they're like, oh, they're against America. Let's go get them. That's what they do with those planes. National security is an oxymoron, just like military intelligence and election integrity. Yeah. I love when nature does that. So, we're seeing the end of the United States of America. I'm excited to what's built next, because New Mexico has millions and millions of dollars, billions and billions of dollars that they get every single year, and they just can't figure out how to disperse it down. It's because they don't care. But I got all kinds of ideas. I got an idea on how to make an app, because AI is going to do what AI is going to do. They're going to do what they're going to do with AI. They've been planting seeds forever. We're watching. I went to college for IT back in 2003. And they were people were dabbling in AI back then, 2002, 2003. But it's something that's always existed. It's never not existed. That's the thing. On that show that I was talking about earlier with Matt Houston, they use AI in his computer. You know what I mean? Like his computer. He asks intuitive questions and he uses AI on there. And so, and that show was made in 1982. Hey, what's up? So that way, hey back, homie. I mean, all it is a bunch of prompts. So I came up with this idea on how people using, in every county, like if you go to your city, county org page, it's like all of them. Because I thought about going into the GIS route, but I went into tech support. That's more my personality. I'm more hands-on. I don't like sitting at a desk. I like going, I like engaging, I like, because a lot of times I'm trying to figure out what they're telling me based on their education and tech savvy. And based on that, it's people things that makes my head hurt, so I just try to avoid it. What was I talking about? I wonder if it charged. I was gonna do a live on this, but on my computer, but my keyboard and mouse are dead. So I just went and charged them on the Jackery, the big one. I'm getting a little one. A little one to keep in the car, because when we go out and give people water and stuff like that, if we go to the park and there's some people skidding around, we can charge their phones. They don't take very long. Like there's all, because they don't make it easy for people. Oh yeah, my app idea. So using like county software that they use to survey land and look where property boundaries lie and stuff like that. Using that same software that you go out, it's one app, and then you go out, open the app, take a picture of an area that you're going to pick up garbage. You take a picture. On that picture is a timestamp using that GIS software, right? If we can't beat them, we got to join them. So with their own crap. So you take a before picture, you pick up garbage. However you want to do it. $15 an hour. $15 an hour. $15 an hour, right? You go out, take your picture, you pick up garbage or however you want, and then you take an after picture. Right? AI is so intuitive, it's not, I mean, like, it's gotta, people are gonna be like, well, what about the people that just take garbage from their house and go set it out there? There's a before and after. You can't, see, that's why the thing is anyway, so, and then you have your timestamp, right? And the app will track that you're there, and then you take an after, and then you have stations all over the town that you can pick up supplies, because you're not going to have to pay for supplies out of your pocket. That'll be from the organization that is hosting Green Peace Every Day or whatever, Green Earth Every Day. And then people go, I think about what it will do for people's mental health. Like, if they can't sleep in the night and they're like manic, they go out, pick up garbage. You know, I always feel better when I go do something and get into action. It's when I'm laying around and I get stuck in my own head, it whirls around. I feel powerless. I get crabby. And then that's why I got my dumbbells. So just getting up and shifting my mindset makes me feel better. And I want to help other people feel better. And you could do it anywhere. And then I asked on it.Taos, there's a place on social media. I said it's it.Taos anything, and I said would anybody be willing to pick up garbage for $15 an hour? And several people said yes, and there was a whole comment thread on it, and and there was a would you? And I'm like, well, actually I do, and I don't get paid for it at all. So sometimes, yeah, like. Maybe if we're born and raised there around Taos wouldn't be such a shithole. But it's kind of a shithole because there's garbage everywhere, because people are too busy shut up in their house or on the weekends going out to the car show. Fucking stupid, man. Living in loops. Like, our dump is out on the mesa. Like, it just blows everywhere, There's no boundary. Like, there's garbage everywhere. There's a lot of stray cats and dogs everywhere. There's always dogs getting hit. My neighbor's dog got hit last year, got killed, and I'm like, that's what my goal in life was to do, is let my dogs live a nice, long, old life and not be scared at the end of it, Because I've seen a lot of dogs, like, they pick up their people's stress so much that they become fearful. And none of my dogs did that. And so I did manage to control my emotions to the point that my dogs couldn't tell when I was so scared to death that they were all going to leave me at the same time, and then those fucking bastards did. They did it. They did it. They left me all at the same time. And it sucked. Moving on. But I just get in into action. You know, that's one good thing I did learn in recovery is getting into action. But then I started looking around at all the people and what the actions that they were getting into, and I wasn't into their action. So I don't want to get into their action. I don't want to do the kind of things that they do because it's just it's very much self-serving. When I was in recovery, I did all that. I was so immersed in 3D. I went to like these people, they had these big old huge like houses and stuff, right? And they would throw parties, like Oscar parties, and they would decorate like their basements and everything decked out with these like and it's just like, why is that? I was the person that needed a meal on the street and no one was around. I was the person walking and there's nobody around for my ride, you know, to give me a ride. Like that's how I became so charitable, is because I know how much it sucks to go through shit by yourself, because I've been going through shit by myself my whole life. And not just me, but taking care of mom too. Which I'm not versed at because I didn't get a lot of real good training when I was a little kid on how to take care of myself. So I actually had to learn how to do things like personal hygiene just from people telling me I stunk. Okay, I gotta stay clean. I don't like it when people tell me I stink. But I'm active and I'm sweaty. You know. So I don't know. I don't like being an earthling anymore. It's not fun. It's not a good time anymore. I never liked sports. I'd gone along with other people that were into sports. It's about making the world a better place, because we're at the end of the collapse of the last civilization. So now we got to do things to make this next go around. I don't have any dogs in this fight. I don't have no kids. Like, I'm not trying to make the world a better place so my kids will be taken. No. Once mom goes to heaven and I go to heaven, I got no stake to claim to this earthly plane at all. I just share my experience, like with the military, so other people, when their family comes and says, I'm going to go enlist, that they sit down and talk them out of it. Because America's a lie. It's about production. It's about the printing press. You print the flag and then you put it on a little stick and then you give it to a little kid, and then that kid is going to pledge its allegiance to this flag. And this flag hasn't done a whole lot for me in my life. It didn't keep me from being raped at 10 months old. My hip still pops. I'm 52. It didn't keep me from almost drowning. It didn't keep mom from getting her head slammed in a car door. It didn't keep my brother from slamming my head into the ground and almost cracking my skull open. And now that fucker makes $250,000 a year as assistant chief counsel for the state of California. And I know that men like him, who they are, and all of his fraternity brothers, I'm talking, dude, they are fucking DAs for Stockton. Okay? They're like men of power, but fucking homeboy can't do jack shit to help me take care of his mom. That's because that's what happens when moms like see that their kids are going on the wrong path. My brother was such a liar and a manipulator. I actually have a note in my possession from a teacher when he was in first grade, because my brother took... What's that? Am I jealous of his success? No, I'm not jealous of his success. I'm annoyed with his neglect to his mother that he hit after he graduated from basic training. I am livid because dudes with lip fucking dicks that need little blue pills like you will fucking need one day, because it happens to all of you. Last year, the United States spent $4 billion on fucking boner pills, male enhancement drugs that clearly didn't work. Because I don't see a whole lot of fucking men in the United States of America in 2026. I see a lot of little bitches with erectile dysfunction because they watch too much fucking dirty porn and just look at women as a penis pocket. You tracking that? I don't prefer men at all. At all. None of them. They all fucking gross me out. If I think of them in intimate ways, I'm gonna fucking throw up on live TV. With their little swamp ass. And their little hairy butts. And their little fucking nasty. Because mommy told them they had the golden wiener. Well, if it's so golden, how come so many dudes can't make it work? And if they do, what are they telling her? This bitch. What are they telling themselves? You know what? If I had a square foot for every time some trash heap said to me, you just haven't been with the right man, it's because no right man exists. The real macho ones, you look at their chart, they got the feminine energy. They're overcompensating. If I looked in databases of Marines, I bet you $5. No, I'm smooth as a whistle. I'm so smooth, I don't even have to shave my armpits. I'm so smooth, I got no hairy ass. And I don't need a fucking pill to be my assigned gender either. I never needed a pill to satisfy a woman. Even if it was only a few, because I ain't a hoe bag. All these people out there chasing sensations, it cracks me up. He really likes me. Does he? I saw a TikTok earlier. You know what the world's evolving to? A woman was changing the tire while her pretty boyfriend was sitting in the car because it was raining. So those are men in America. Car shows. Hogs on hogs. I used to know decent men, but I haven't seen any in decades, so maybe they just evolved out of their decency. I don't see, I learned how to defend myself and to protect myself against men. I've never had another woman slam my head into the ground, but my own brother did. I've never had another woman put a 45 in my face, but a man did. So, I mean, people that try to, that just cracks me up. I'm not the one that's going to be convinced. You can't convince me. They all got a switch in them. Women do too. That's why I work so hard to stay physical. So I don't get all that sideways ego stuff. Might is right. I'm going to do it my way or it's the highway. And if you don't listen to me, I'm going to pinch you real hard. I'm going to punch you in your face. Like, people don't understand how fragile the human body is. It's a very fragile environment. Like, it is nothing to fucking break bones in people's face. It is nothing. First time I saw a man freaking beat beyond recognition, that means when I opened the door, I didn't know who the guy was. He was our neighbor, but his face was so rearranged. He was like, roar. He came over for help because he just got his ass beat. Got kicked in the head, like, who knows? Because people mouth off. That's what happens when you drink. People get upset about stuff. And you don't know what they're upset about. And then they take it out on you. And then your face is rearranged. And so I had to look next door. And I saw that his truck was there. And I was like, Randy? And he's like, ugh. Women don't do that stuff. Not a lot. If you do, if like women that do, I'm not saying that no women has ever done that. There's lots of women that freaking beat up on men. I just think everybody should keep their hands to themselves. That's all. Go plant a flower. You got frustrations about something? Go ride a bike. Go do something useful. Go pick up garbage. Earn yourself $15 an hour. Yep. Mama, you getting hungry? What do you want to do for dinner? You want lasagna? Or do you want... No, I made chicken and we'll have mashed potatoes. I made chicken earlier. Is it? Oh shit, it's 7. I'm gonna go feed Mom. That's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day.